problem with piracy, yes, piracy, is that it's just too convenient. Now, this is a irresponsible thing to say, but if you're going to talk about it, why not do it honestly? Now, piracy is just a temporary solution to a very prevalent problem of the internet, and that is subscription costs. Now, Netflix, Prime, Game Pass, if you end up buying all these subscriptions, it's likely to cost you thousands every month. And still you end up renting your favorite movie because it's not available anymore or anywhere. Now, piracy on the other hand is far more convenient, completely free, and you get to keep the content forever. I mean, anyway, these corporations are making millions, right? So why should we pay them? Why? Now, let's see what really happens when you're downloading that torrent or a pirated file. So first you have to go on a website like Pirate Bay or whatever, or one of its hundreds of mirrors, and find the movie that you were looking for. You get greeted by 15 MILFs in your area, but अपने बच्चे तो होशियार हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं होंगे scam, और कुछ लोग हो जाते हैं लेकिन unfortunately. And guess what? You're indirectly helping the scammers by increasing the traffic on these websites. Scam के बिना website नहीं चलती boss. They gotta pay server bills. But when you find what you are looking for, you don't download from these websites because they don't host any of this content. It's very expensive and illegal. Instead, they play relatively safe by providing only the magnet link. So this is how it's done. So it all starts with the author who has cracked the game or ripped the movie on his system, which is then packaged and uploaded onto many websites as a magnet URL. Using this URL, you connect to a tracking server, which gives you the IP addresses of peers and tells you where different parts of these files are. Now, when you start the download, you are a leecher, requesting data from other peers who are known as seeders. After downloading the file, you then share it with the other users by becoming a seeder. But the reality is, most people rarely do so. They just stop the torrent after downloading once. Yeah, that's me. No, that's not me. So who is actually seeding all of this? Now, there are server-like seed boxes which are made to host these peer-to-peer files, to distribute all these files, and obviously, these cost money. Hackers, dark web users who want to access and transfer illegal data without getting caught. They keep these networks alive by hosting movies, games, TV shows, along with people's personal data, malware, and a lot of other things that are best left unsaid. It was even made with sharing adult content in mind, and it was never really meant to be this intricate media stealing network. Now, thanks to peer-to-peer transfers back in 2006, torrenting was 70% of the internet traffic, but today is just about 4%. You see, piracy became prevalent because hosting movies and songs on data centers was super expensive. And even in gaming, services like Game Pass are fairly cheap, and the number of games it provides makes it a really good deal. And some of the newer games with DRMs like Lenovo stop games from being cracked in the first place. There are still websites that illegally host stuff like anime and movies, and they're facing more and more legal action by the day. And the experience isn't so great because you're bombarded with ads and hot singles in your area. But even if it's just movies and games, you, as a responsible human being, shouldn't pirate. And I know you all are big brain intellectuals who know the right sources and can avoid malware and viruses, but pirating is just morally and ethically bad. Imagine working tirelessly on a project, but then it's used for free because people don't care about stealing. Now, just to give an example, after their public funding fell short, one of the lead developers behind Raji sold her house to fund the development of this game. Now, imagine doing all that and then finding out your game has been pirated and you won't even get a single penny for the people experiencing it. And it's not just indie games. I dislike corpos as much as the next guy, but they're actually common people working for these corpos. Stealing from rich people is still stealing, is still theft. I know that not everyone can afford all the different subscriptions for all the movies and the games, but something that I can suggest is pooled subscriptions. Like getting a Wi-Fi plan that gives you all these services, or a mobile recharge that has many of these services included. But do you know what you still can't pirate? A whole computer. You can't download that. And that's where we come in. I mean, इतना ज्ञान देके अपने बारे में तो बोलूँगा नहीं. If you want to play games legally, consider building a PC from us, and also comment what game you would like to buy next. Steam sale just ended. I hope you loaded up. And here's me saying, until next time, thank you for watching.